Where? Oh, dude, I can't find it. It's so dark in here. Quick! Leo, use flash! Uh, no, 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 no. I got it. Don't worry. I guess he doesn't know that one yet. Yeah, I know you know a flash. We got some big news. It's not 3 a.m. like last time, but it is 4, so I might not be as collected. Leo just woke up from his nap, but I don't know. I had a really good time tonight, just going out and dashing, you know. And you know what? We got some big news. So, Leo, you want just point. This one? This one. Yeah. Taking it back to the OG stream. So, went out, messed around a little bit, did some, not very good DoorDash orders. I thought I had Uber Eats running the whole time and it wasn't even on. Just the kind of night I was having, but it is so choice going from, dashing when it's only busy out to when it's good luck seeing another car. The lights are annoying when there's no one there, but it's also like, who cares? Yeah, you wouldn't know because you don't dash ever. You find something else to do, man. It was just like, oh, there were no good orders. There's not an $80 order every night, man. I've never gotten anything like that. We don't live in SoCal, bro. I wish. Not actually. Because then I'd have to, Oh. Yeah, dude, imagine living in California. Oh, West Coast is, I don't know. I was at the San Fran Detroit playoff game, and let me tell you, I am not a fan. Maybe not California, but San Francisco specifically. You're on my list. As well as the 4 guys that were up in the bleachers that wanted a piece of this. Should have given it to him. But my brother, kept me contained, which was good. So, are you ready to tell him? Oh, that's why you have it on? You can leave it on, man. I think it's kind of working for you. I normally just put it up in the headband, but you're kind of making it work. Oh, I've had a bit of a running joke about how I level up my Pokemon. And it's all right here on this whiteboard. And I like to write stuff out. Not necessarily plan, but plan for what I'm feeling during the day. So, as someone who I wouldn't say prides myself on, but I like to think of myself as a Jeopardy, not aficionado, because I suck, but I'm very familiar with Jeopardy and I like playing. My mom kicks my ass every time I play with her, just for reference. So, this is kind of like a Jeopardy board. May have already explained that before. You got your 200 point, 400 point, 600 point, 800 point, and 1000 point categories, but they're not really, they're not answers they have to give a question on. No, we don't. We gotta reveal your power level, man. It's been killing me this whole time, right? We doubled down last night. I think we're finally at the point where we can start showing off a little bit. So, for health, I've got a couple just easy things, right? 200 points. So, Leo gets 200 points if I go for a walk around the block. Not if he practices and trains and, you know, does all that kind of stuff. It's on me. Right? Unless... Oh my gosh. I started to believe it myself. This isn't how you level up at all. You were just entertaining me? Alright. Clap it in. You got me. So you're telling me this whole time that you've been complaining about being level 0 because of my stupid rules that I made for this year? You've just been fucking with me to get me to actually get everything on track and get my ducks in a row? And all it took was losing some of the most valuable people in my life for me to actually realize that I need to get my ducks in a row? Quack. Okay. That's actually a good idea. Leo will entertain the idea that I've been in control of his leveling up for the time being. So, you know, walk around the block. That's 200 points. Play some basketball, maybe go for a run. That's 400 points. It's pretty simple. 600 points. Yoga. You might think basketball is harder than yoga, but, you know, try being 6'6". 800 points. Lift. Nice. And 1,000 points. 8 hours of sleep. No binge eating. Which feels funny to say. But you know, shit happens when you stay up late at night. So we got 800 points. We went to the gym. Well, I went to the gym after dashing around for a bit. I don't know what you were doing. Guitar Hero 5? Nice. Yeah, we still got 8 hours of sleep and not binge, which, I mean, that's easy. But, I mean, there's another 1,000 points right there, man. That's 1,800 points in health alone. Your HP is going to be through the roof. If you guys know anything about EVs. Holy. You know, I would love to ask the average Pokemon card collector what an EV is. I'd like to talk to the average Pokemon collector. And I'm not saying that I should be gatekeeping Pokemon card collecting, because guess what? I don't collect Pokemon cards. I'm going to go on a tangent, because it's important. I was bragging about my Yu-Gi-Oh cards yesterday, right? Like I try to do in every stream. Any stream I can show off the cards I like, I'm going to do it. Anytime. What do you mean there's not a Yu-Gi-Oh card you... What? Always gotta be the devil's advocate. What's this? Who's that Pokemon? I'll give you a hint. From the... So, Gen 2. Gen 2, what would an oversized card be from Gen 2? You probably got 2 guesses. Lugia. You all got it wrong. It's fine. That's not what this is about. I did this at my friend's place, 4th of July last year. And I was a little worried that people may have thought that, like, I'm some crazy Pokemon card collector. Because, you know, sorry, let me, just in this box, right, there's just like a bunch of bulk Pokemon cards. So, for instance, I I would like to do this sometimes. I really haven't done this in a while, so this will be fun. Let me get my... Dude, you're gonna stretch them. No. So... Oh, it's so bright. You know. Flareon. Reverse Hollow. I like Flareon. I really like all the evolutions. They're right there. They're right there. The Eevee Floyd. Whoa. So, like, how do I describe this? I'm just sad when I like look at these cards. Oh, dude, Growlithe, favorite fire type, hands down. Honestly, favorite Pokemon. Growlithe's easily my favorite Pokemon of all time. Litwick, Lampent, Magcargo, sick. Ground Fire, dude. If you don't understand how sick that is, Vulpix, Delphox, Litten, Slugma, Darmanitan? I thought it was Darmanian. Go figure. Ninetales, Armarouge, Larvesta, Vulpix again, Charmeleon, Charcadet. What set is this? I don't know. Arcanine, let's go. Vulpix, Lampent, Vulpix, Ponyta. Oh, that's kind of a cool rep dash. Another Growlithe. Oh, another Growlithe. Darumaka. Hondur. You know, kind of keeping in line with the, you know, not as cool as Growlithe, but close. I just always thought it would, like, Growlithe was, like, feasible, you know? Like, in the real world, like, a dog that breathes fire, that could totally happen. Chandelure, Volcanion. Dude, Skeledirge. Skeledirge has the most busted move. If you have never played Pokerogue, don't use... Or, okay, sorry. If you need to get your first win, use Fuecoco and get Torch Song. You'll win anything. The Gen 9 moves are... everything's been so power creeped, it's insane. Like, why can't my Arcanine Reverse Hollow? Let's go. Vulpix Reverse Hollow. Dude, these are actually kind of cool. I know they're like bulk, but like, these are pretty cool. Not. Because you know why? They've been sitting here doing nothing. I'm not like biased towards fire types. These are sorted by element. Oh. Let me just... Actually, right there's good. So, the problem I have with Pokemon card collecting is that everyone's getting taken for a ride. Right? Everyone's making money, so it's cool. I have investments in an IRA and shit like that. That's not that interesting. But actually, if you saw my portfolio, you'd probably say it is pretty interesting. But that's neither here nor there. But I wanted to expand my portfolio to, you know, secondary asset classes or whatever. And but do I have you? It's gonna take some time. This dude rocks. I'm not sure. I just have so many things that are like going through my head at once. The key thing I'm trying to highlight is that the problem with Pokemon is that because everyone's getting taken for a ride and because everyone's making money, no one's looking left or right. Everyone's just FOMOing. Like, it's the most FOMO thing I've ever seen. Because I mean, that's what happened to me last summer. When I bought my box of Scarlet, right, I don't own that much Pokemon sealed. I picked some up to diversify my TCG portfolio because, like, I'm loaded up on Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, hey, it'd be cool to see how they compare. Guess what? I have some things in Yu-Gi-Oh! That have freaking shot the moon. I have everything in Pokemon has skyrocketed, which is hilarious. Like, you could have bought anything last summer when I did, and it just prints money. You also probably could have bought anything in, you know, you could have bought it, like, any stock. Freaking, I bought this Google Pixel phone, and if the money that went to this phone instead bought Google stock, it'd be up 50% in 5 months technically, but like, 5 months. Google, right? Fang, big, all the big names. Right, I guess Fang with Nvidia and stuff now. It's just ridiculous that something like that can happen. And yet, a Crown Zenith booster, or Crown Zenith Elite Trainer box that I found on a weird, out-of-place shelf in Walmart, last summer, that I brought it up to the register and I was like, oh dang, I thought it would be like 35 and it was 40. Do I even want it? And I got it because, like, I think I saw on TCG you get it for like 38 or something. And I was just like, I'll get it. $190. Isn't that fucking stupid? Like, that's ridiculous. I know people like to collect the Elite Trainer boxes and keep them sealed. Shocker. That's what I did. I didn't. I opened one Elite Trainer box mostly because I just wanted to get an understanding for the Pokemon opening stuff. And what I realized is that, like, it's way more fun if you play the card game when you're opening the packs. And I don't find the Pokemon card game particularly interesting. But if you do, that's cool. My brother started playing the online Pokemon card game. That's cool. I guess. I wouldn't call it cool. Like, Pokerogue's cooler than playing the Pokemon TCG, because, like, even though it's PvP, it's not like fun. It's not fun. It just seems like a bunch of rich fucks. All right. So the competitive scene of actually playing the game, I'm sure, is somewhat interesting, but that space isn't for me. The biggest thing that I think anyone can see is how bubbly everything is. Yeah, I said Okay. Nice one. Everything is so bubbly right now. So I'm trying to offload all my Pokemon stuff because I'm like, I don't care. When I bought like I was saying, when I bought that booster box last summer, and I bought it at like 87, and then it went down to 85 on TCG low for like 4 weeks after I bought it. I was like, oh my god, after shipping and taxes, I'm hosed. I need this thing to go the other way so fast. And then I didn't look at it for like months and months. And then everything just went up. Even my stupid Grafairy and Mabastiff, like, EX boxes, those shits tripled. How? Like, there's 4 packs, there's an oversized card, Mabastiff's cool. In terms of the Scarlet Violet storyline, Mabastiff was the most endearing Pokemon in that story with Arven's stuff. Again, wasn't a huge fan of how it all panned out, but it was, I don't know. I thought Scarlet Violet was better than Sun and Moon. I'd say that, but it wasn't as polished. Not that either were. But so, that's enough complaining about Pokemon. Actually, no, I'm not done. Because now's the part where I'm going to start gatekeeping, and it's mostly because, like, I love Pokemon so much. Shocker. Shocker. Uh, Whatever. I don't need to show off any more cool stuff that I have, but I will. Pokemon to me was always about what I always say, life is what you make it. And I always wanted a Pokemon. So you know what I did? I started a radio show with mine. And kind of tongue-in-cheek, it's kind of a fuck you to my dad. And here's where we'll go down a little story time. Yeah, here, I'll cover your ears. Cover your ears for you. So, he hates when I talk about this stuff. So when I was little, I had an imagination problem. Apparently. I wasn't using my imagination enough. Imagine autistic schizofacto back in the day when I'm like 5 years old, not being very creative. Who could have thought of that? And so, my dad thought it would be a good idea because I think it was recommended to him by someone, I don't know who, to get me puppets for Christmas. And puppets would be a good way to be creative. And I cried because, like, I saw what my brothers got, and then I opened the puppets, and, like, my dad's laughing, my stepmom's laughing about the puppets that I got, and they're like, yeah, you're gonna be able to, they're like laughing as they're telling me, like, yeah, you're gonna play with the puppets. And I'm like, dude, I want to play Battle for Bikini Bottom. I don't care about puppets. And so this one goes out to you, old timer. Not that you'd ever watch one of these. Freaking former pilots, go figure. Where was I going? Yeah, I'm kind of done complaining about Pokemon. No, I'm not. Leo, I actually want to ask you, because I've been completely steamrolling the entire first part of this show. What's your favorite part about Pokemon? I'll say, you say your favorite part about Pokemon, and I'll say my favorite part. Go. Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it's a mic. You can talk, man. I like it when Pokemon are fire types. Very good. Very good. I like how Pokemon is a deck builder. I never had it phrased that way. Like, but I mean, it makes total sense. It's a deck builder. And, like, that's so cool. That, like, at such a, at a young age, to be doing something like that. Like, building your roster, building your deck, you got 6 Pokemon, 4 moves each. You got 6 abilities, 24 moves. What can you do with all of it? It gets complicated. I never completed the National Pokedex. I really wanted to, but never did. Got about as close as I could. Was that enough for me? No. I wanted to complete the whole dex. You used Action Replay. He used Action Replay. No, don't. He used Action Replay to complete the National Dex. I don't count that. I think I know why I keep complaining. It's because I don't have the shades on to get to the next thing. Yes, I just remembered what the next thing was. Roll it? Okay. Oh no. Where'd our dice go? I can't find the dice, man. Alright. We'll just flip a coin instead. You want tails? Alright. Tails. Tails. Why you pick tails? I know tails never fails, but heads always shreds, man. Man. Alright. Back to me explaining. Yeah, thanks for entertaining me. So, we got health out of the way. As long as I get 8 hours of sleep tonight and wake up by like 1 p.m., we should be good. So now let's go over work. So, for work, I have for 200, don't quit. For 400, don't quit. For 600, don't quit. For 800, don't quit. And for 1,000, quit. Next. Fun. IRA research. Do a little research for my IRA. That's super easy. I do that without even thinking about it a lot of the time. You saw the Taiwan investigation yesterday. Well, no, that's not indicative of anything, but 400 points. Yu-Gi-Oh! And pack research. Oh, that's interesting. What are you researching with packs? I've got my own formula. You can buy my formula off me if you want. 600 points. Play Xbox. Play a game. Something that I really enjoy. Or maybe a new game. 800. Plan a trip. I don't do that. That's why it's an 800 point thing. Like, obviously, I could probably plan a trip easier than planning out what to do with my IRA, but sure doesn't feel like it. And 1,000 for fun. Press record. Hey, we did that 27 minutes ago. There's another 1,000. It makes sense why there's so many fluff videos in here. Yeah, I know I don't got the fluff anymore. Shut up. So, relationships. Text my brothers and sisters. 200 points. Easy. Text an old friend. 400 points. Who can't do that in a day? 600 points. Call someone you love. Talk to them. Don't just shoot a text. Talk to them. You know, it's kind of like a letter. It's a lost art. Just picking up the phone, talking to someone. Not on FaceTime. None of that bullshit. I need to stare at your face while I talk to you. Talk to 10 strangers on your own time. Sober. So not at a bar or something like that. Just throughout the day, talk to 10 strangers. That's 800 points. I don't think I did that today. I don't think I got to 10, but, you know, I was also dashing pretty late, so it's fine. And 1,000, call my dad and don't go rage mode. I don't think I've done that since probably, like, middle school, so that one is pretty hard, but we'll get there. Appreciate that. Coding. I have a category for coding, and so should you. Not necessarily coding, but there should be some, like, problem solving. You know, I like, what are they called? Logic puzzles. Those are good. I used to do those all the time. You know, even like a Sudoku puzzle, or, you know, something to get your mind going. I know some people like chess, but, like, chess is freaking soy, dude. Why are people so obsessed with chess? I know why. Because they're fucking narcissists, dude. And that's not just me blanket saying, oh, everyone that plays chess is a narcissist because XYZ. I can say the same thing for golf. I think people that are really into golf are just narcissists. Is that true? No. I just know people that are really into chess that are narcissists. I just know people that are into golf that are narcissists. And if you take what I'm saying and you take offense to it, you got your answer. Because that's one thing I've always found, is when I'm called something I'm not, like by a doctor, by medical professionals that have 12 years of experience in, or 12 plus years of experience in their field for whatever, I'll take it into consideration. But so, coding. 200 points. Do something in free code camp. I haven't done that in a while, to be fair, but I was blazing through that, and that was, you know, whatever. I got bigger fish to fry. I'm not saying it, dude. We'll get copyrighted. 400 points. 1099 napkin. This was a website idea I have for, you know, a one-stop shop for 1099 workers. And actually, my aunt was talking to me about, you know, she's retired, only living on Social Security and stuff. So she was like, "Hey, I feel like I could do that." And I'm like, "Hey, yeah, you could. It'd be nice if there was a website that could kind of help you get started." Hey, I should go back and work on that, because I only worked on it. I only have like 3 pushes on it, and none of them actually uploaded. I not uploaded, but So, 600 points. 1 hour. Go. That's all that means is blank everything, like blank. I'm trying to say things in a way that's not now I can't even think of the word, esoteric towards programmers or whatever. Just, you know, startup, VS Code, new project, and just do something in an hour. Try to accomplish something in an hour. And if you can't accomplish it in an hour, do another hour. You know, who knows? 800 points. Stream. So obviously, you and I got 2 birds with 1 stone with this. You could press. I know I'm going on too long. All right, we'll breeze through the last couple. Stream, obviously. 1,000 points for coding a Git commit. Ideal. Because like as much as you can like do stuff when you actually have enough done, and then you type in your little summary, your little Git commit, and you actually push it. It's very rewarding. It's not necessarily as hard as streaming and doing all that stuff, but also you get 1,800 points for pressing record and streaming, and only 1,000 for a Git commit. And I'm not gonna commit any of the stuff that I do on stream. Not that I've made a stream in a while. And creating. 200 points. Tinker around with OBS. I haven't messed with it in a little bit just because I kind of like where it's been at, but we can always improve. Um, 5 pages. I've been working on a story with Leo for quite some time. So write 5 pages. Haven't done that in a while. It'd be nice to though. Good reminder. Come up with a new idea, an easy video, you know, something like that one minute video he came up with for the scam, whatever. 800 points. Stream. Oh, so you get, holy, you get 2,600 points for pressing record and streaming. Dang, we're juicing. And 1,000 points. I probably should have Snake right here, but... And I don't want to reveal the name of the game yet, but it's the ultimate game eventually to make at the end of this. Snake is not going to be what gets our shiny fiddle made of gold. It's going to be our better version of a remastered original Pokemon. And I'm hoping by April of next year, I can definitely at least be done with the Snake game and have it in a place where it's done and then I'll have 4 years to work on that one. Because, dude, we've been learning so much just doing a basic 2D game. It'd be nice to do 2.5. I don't really want to do 3D. Not necessarily, like, because it's hard. It is hard. But, like, just for, like, the aesthetics of the game and everything. So, yeah. And, yeah, so there's a possibility of getting 3,000 points in every category in a given day. So in order for Leo to level up, I have to hit 1,400 health, 1,000 work, 1,200 fun, 800 in relationships, 1,400 in coding, and 1,100 in creating. And would you believe me if I told you that up until this point, I haven't accomplished this one day this year? Not a single day. That's why he's level 0. Oh, that sure would be something. It sure would be a shame if this was all a ruse to fuck over the guy that's been messing with me. Yeah. He's excited now. He just put it together. You know what I just noticed? Everything got really hard after you made the bet. It was pretty easy up to that. And now, we have to say it. We have to say it. Oh, you want me to say it? We gotta go Mach 5. We gotta go Mach 5 on the devil's ass. That's probably what I'll title this. Going Mach 5 on the devil's ass. Because I needed something to actually, like, go through with this. And as much as I want to be like, no, like, this is a jumbled mess, nothing makes sense, it's making so much sense to me on a level, not that, like, nobody can understand, I'm just saying, like, on a level that, like, you don't have the context for. And that's ideal, because that's what this channel is. I'm hoping enough, like, if people ever get interested in watching this channel, it just gets so weird they're turned off to it. That way they'll never find the Easter egg clues, they'll never figure out, you know, how to get to heaven in my cult, and, like, stuff like that. Tails. Heads. You know what the name of our story is? It's a time travel story. I know, time travel stories, they're so lame. I don't know if this is an average time travel story, because it's not a time travel story. It's the antithesis of everything that's the same in time travel. Because what is time travel about? It's about cheating life, right? It's about cheating God a little bit. It's about cheating nature. It's about cheating your fellow man to an extent. Because if you could time travel, what would you do? What would you do if you could time travel? buy more Scarlet Violet based. Nice. If I could time travel, I would probably go back to when I first went psychotic and just start fucking with myself even more until I go absolutely crazy, and I guarantee I can get in this position. That's right. I would force I would force psychosis on myself if I had it my way and I could time travel. I wouldn't do the thing where I go back and try to walk in my own footsteps and set everything up perfectly. Like, you know, I don't believe in, you know, paradoxes where like, oh, I'm back in time and now there's two versions of me here and now one of them's gonna die and all that. Yeah, I guess I probably don't know my audience because that may have... The name of our story is The Devil Calls Heads. I know, pretty on note for what we've been doing thus far. It's almost like I'm workshopping shit, man. The Devil Calls Heads. And it's a time travel story about one guy. You know, eventually, you know, it doesn't really matter that it's a guy. It's just easier for me to write, honestly. There's, you know, there's Vance, but then there's also Tina. Tina plays a really pivotal role. There's other women in the story. Quick, name a woman. See, you can't do it. Can't do it. This guy. Blue people, am I right? I know when I'm walking down the street and I see a blue person, I gotta walk to the other side because I'm like, dude, this guy's no good. You know, he's gonna spit on my growler. Okay, that's too far, man. The weird part about the story, though, is the more I keep doing this part of, like, you know, haunting the devil, you know, getting to a point where I'm not sure if I can keep going is exactly what I'm looking for. It means I'm alive. It means I'm human. It means I'm still going. It means I'm moving in a direction. You know, sometimes, you know, people are like, oh, like, sometimes when you're standing still, it feels like everything's just passing you by. No. When everything's still, that means you're probably actually in the moment for a change. If you're just going and going, you're gonna be gone before you know it. Like, my shuffle's so messed up. This song is so freaking good, dude. It reminds me of someone. "5 a.m. Congratulations. What's your prediction? S&P down a quarter? Okay. S&P down a tenth. Not bad, not bad. You know, let me actually check futures for you. You might be close. What is it? There it is. I guess I agree. The Dow 0.16, S&P 0.12. No, yeah, you're dead. You're dead, Rohan, man. And let the rest of the world flow. There's very few people in my life that I think could sit through this whatever the fuck I'm trying to do. Because doing this, right? Like I just got done working out. It's just like a muscle, right? Like you got to do it over and over and over again, and then like eventually, right? Like the first minute is easier, then the first 2 minutes is easier, and then you get to minute 45, and you're like, what the fuck have I been talking about this whole time? I went over for like 10 minutes, which I've already gone over, I'm pretty sure, of how I level up Leo, which is a total facade. It's for me. Because this isn't Leo's level. This is my level. Leo's level 509. Because one of my biggest problems with Pokemon, you cap out at 100. If I had a Pokemon game, it'd be cool if you could prestige your Pokemon. Almost like, you know, I know people don't like grinding stuff, but imagine if it was worth it. Imagine if it was so worth it. Obviously, competitively, it might not be. But imagine if you could make a game. I guess you could balance it competitively. There's always ways of doing that. No, you're right. Next thing. Dude, I'm running on fumes right now. I don't know if we can keep going. I need you to pick up the slack, man. Say something funny. Have you ever thought to yourself, gee, I need a kick in the ass? Well, I got a plan for you. Make a bet with the devil that you can't do whatever you need to do today. That's what I do. How is that advice? That's literally my thing, man. I've got some advice then. If your Pokemon trainer is an asshole, do this. Okay, that's fair. So now to actually rein this thing in, I'm gonna need more than just futures. I need something to really set something off. So let's think what's outside the box enough but still on pace with what we're talking about that also ties into cardboard. I can't think of anything. Okay, take out the cardboard. How can we relate everything we talked about so far to, you know, making the devil shit his pants when he finally sees us post this video? You know, because he watches all these. All his minions watch all these. Well, yeah, they probably give him the notes. That's true. Wait! That's such a good point. If they're only giving him the notes, he probably doesn't get the whole gist of it. Much like, you know, anyone who doesn't watch every piece of our lore. And our lore is top 10%, man. In terms of humanity, in terms of all of humanity, we got top 10% lore, for sure. We're still building it, obviously. It's a good start, you know. We went from being born white in the middle class to the middle class, and you know, rock bottom. That was tough. Almost dying. That was tough. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. Call the next Pokemon. No. I am gonna go back to talk about Pokemon for a second, because it just keeps spinning in my head, and I feel like I'm not gonna be able to talk about anything until I say what I actually want to say. There's nothing wrong with liking collecting Pokemon cards. No one needs my permission. Everyone has every right to do it. I just think people need to be careful. Like, seriously careful. Because Pokemon itself doesn't start a gambling addiction. Opening Pokemon packs does. And with the amount of gambling grooming that's been going on, I don't think it's a good idea for Pokemon to be popping off as crazy as it is. I don't think it's a good idea for Magic to have a bunch of kids wanting to get into it. And like now, agreed, if we're talking competitive Yu-Gi-Oh versus competitive Magic, you'd probably make a competitive Magic deck for cheaper. But if you don't have a deck and you're making a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh deck, you're gonna lose because you don't know what you're doing. Unless you're playing someone playing jank like me, in which case, just run your $800 deck. You're gonna kick my ass because like it's my challenge. It's my alt win con. I have to win with jank, and you're gonna win with your competitive whatever. Is that fun? No, it's fun for me, and probably the person who's playing all their meta shit. It's probably fun for them because they get to win, right? I would ask them. I would ask them how cool it is to win off the same stupid busted power creep combo every single time. There's problems in every card game. There's problems in every game. And that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, there's always going to be problems. And I'm a perfectionist. So how do we curb that? Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah. I'm just gonna say a sentence that I want to say. It's totally messed up that I'm saying this. It's fine. Whatever. I think if you have Pokemon cards and you care about them, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I literally don't want to say it. So I won't. I'm trying to be nicer. I've been so angry at everything lately that it's not healthy for me to just talk about how... Exactly. I know I usually have something funny to end on. I know everyone's waiting for my Easter egg clue. For, because I've given everyone clues up to how to start the Easter egg at this point, and now no one knows the steps. Like no one would know that on Garden 1, like you need to think. You need to think. You need to think. That's the clue, by the way. So, Leo, do you want to wrap this thing up? I'm actually, like, I need sleep now because this is ridiculous. Friggin' deadlifts, front squats, like hammy. Oh my god, I'm totally fried. But we gotta leave on something good. So what are we gonna end on? I don't know. Just that song.